It's time!
I'm a champion now. If you thought I was a pain in the ass before, you got no idea what you're in store for.
Who the fuck is that guy?
The Doctor and the Driver podcast
starts now.
Welcome to episode 17 of The Doctor and the Driver. I am the Doctor, Alex, and I'm joined always by my beautiful host in his Jiu-Jitsu American flag t-shirt, the Driver, Gage. How you doing tonight, Gage? I see you didn't quit drinking.
This is my week, dude. This is my week.
This is the week, dude. Dude, definitely Monday morning.
Monday morning. See, the same thing happened again. This happens every week. The same thing happened last week, but Monday, of course, happened to be a fucking holiday. And I said,
well, and then you go, well, I can't not drink on Memorial Day.
I had my American flag tank top on. I was rain out, guns out because it was pouring the rain. So I really didn't have an excuse to abandon, but I did. I said Tuesday is the day.
Tuesday's gonna be the day.
So I know from personal experience, anytime you say Tuesday's the day, it's never the day. Because then in your head, you're like, well, it's basically Friday. It's almost Friday. Next week's the week.
Like Monday didn't go well, so we'll just next week. Next week.
I know. It's so bad. And it's sad is when you realize there's only 52 weeks in a year. So it's crazy to think that January 1st, I was in pretty good shape. I did a jiu-jitsu tournament. My weight was pretty good in February. I was in pretty good shape, but I was like, I'm going to cut down even more. I'm going to start eating right, or I was eating pretty decent, but I was like, I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to get a little stricter on my diet. January 1st, and it literally went the opposite way. Like, it's gone downhill since January for me.
Well,
my
dude,
diet.
this quarantine, I think everybody's gained like 10 pounds.
I know, but I can't even use that as an excuse because after I did a competition in February, I was like, I got a week off. I got a week where I can just do whatever I want because, I kept my weight right before I had to weigh in and compete. And, and then that week turned into, that was February 1st. That week turned into, May 31st. So it's been a long week, technically. So, yeah, this week's my week. This week's my week. I don't even think I'll drink coffee tomorrow, which I usually do. But then, I know. I'm telling you, I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. The second I get coffee, because I like to put
preaching no coffee.
Nobody is. What I'm trying to say is, I put a little honey and a little cream in my coffee, okay? And then
Drink it black like a man.
I did forever, dude. I was in the Navy, man. That's all we drank was black coffee. But I like honey and cream now, okay? Give me a break. So I get a few of those. You ever put honey in your coffee? It's really good. It's really good. If you like, so like most people, I mean, you can say drink coffee like a man, but even if you do, chances are you like cream and sugar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it tastes good. I drink my coffee black out of like convenience because I don't feel like putting cream and sugar in it.
No, that's better, obviously. But
mostly it's speed, and I'm just grab it and go. But yeah, it's good.
It's good with all right. So if you like cream and sugar, dude, try instead of sugar, just honey and cream. Oh, it's I think it's better.
I remember the first time I ever went to IHOP with you. You put the fucking syrup in your coffee.
Who showed me that? I think it was Chandler.
You put syrup in your dude. He's like blueberry IHOP syrup, bro. Right?
Someone showed me that. I swear, there's no way I came up with that. Like, I'm not that creative. I think Chandler does it or did it. I don't know, but whatever. It was good. I did it ever since. I did it every time I went to IHOP.
Now it's honey.
Honey's good. It's like sugar and cream, but it's better. I think it's better alternative. But so anyway, so I drink a couple of those cups in the morning, and then next thing you know, I'm like, what's for lunch? You know what I mean? And so, and I just get off the radar because if I don't fast, I'm screwed, dude. I really have to fast. Like I can't. because once I started eating, I did 1 meal a day for so long and got
Dude,
such good.
I remember when I first sent you shit about fasting, you were like, dude, this seems like some bullshit.
Well, you for one, you sent me basically a comedy video of it, and the guys were just trying to be funny. I'm like,
yeah.
is this even legit? It was the twin guys, the
Yeah.
Jack dudes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The
You're right.
Hodge twins, I think, is their name.
Yes, that's them. Dude, you've changed my perspective on a lot of things. You realize this?
I know.
Every time I'm skeptical.
I had to beg you to listen to a Joe Rogan podcast.
And every time I'm always skeptical. Yeah. You send me the fasting thing, I go, I don't know about this. And then I start 1 meal a day and I get shredded. And then it screwed me for the rest of my life because if I eat breakfast at all, even if it's a healthy breakfast, it's eggs. If I eat eggs, like the fact I ate, I'm ready to eat like 3 hours later. Like I have to eat and I'll eat whatever. So I really have to, which is I like doing it. I feel better about it, but yeah, I don't know. I think I need 1 day to skip coffee and just pound water all day and then eat my 1 meal a day like I did for I don't know, close to a year probably. And then eat my 1 meal a day and make it a good clean meal. I think I need 1 day and I think I'm rolling. I think I'm rolling.
All right.
I think I'm good. But
I'm rooting for you.
yeah, you did. Especially the Rogan podcast is my favorite because I was like, man,
You're like, dude, it's so long, bro. Like,
I
maybe
don't
I
have-
can put it on when I'm running.
No, I said maybe I can put it on when I'm biking because yeah, and because I was like, gotta listen to music when I run, and I still do. I don't like listening to podcasts when I run. I've tried it. I still like music. It's a driving thing for me, but I prefer, which is convenient because I drive 9 hours a day, so
Yeah.
it's good. I get it. I literally, I probably listen to 2 full podcasts every work day. It's pretty convenient. You gotta love what you do. But so, anyways, enough ranting. Tomorrow's my day. Wait till you see me next week, fellas and ladies. The face maybe won't be so puffy.
Oh,
I'll be lean. I'll be mean. Yeah. This is it. We'll check in next week. We'll see how it works out for me.
Yeah, we'll see.
I gotta cut the drinking thing out. I gotta do it.
It's a really manly drink you have there. That you're drinking.
It's a vodka and cranberry, all right? But listen, don't worry. I got the beers on deck. Okay? I got the beers on deck. Yeah, you got rule 1 of podcasting. And listen, this is probably something I could probably teach Joe Rogan. But of course, probably not because he has someone to make him fucking drinks and bring them to him. But a real producer. I mean, I know you're a real producer, Alex, but you can't bring me a drink, unfortunately. Like Rogan could be like, Jamie, could you get us some couple glasses and some ice? I can't do that. But so you can't do that. Rule 1 of podcasting is bring 2 drinks when you start, so you don't have to stop in the middle. But anyways, so yeah, this is my week. Monday's my week. Of course, on Saturday I'll be drinking, but that's an exception.
Yeah.
So what do we got in store today, Alex, for the show?
Well, there was another event yesterday.
There was.
Pretty entertaining one.
Good one. Real good cards. Real good
Yeah.
fights.
Personally, on my own things, it was kind of soured. At least on my gambling aspect. I did a parlay on the last 3 fights. The first leg fucking loses, and in my opinion, which we'll get to, a bullshit decision. And
Big John McCarthy and Josh Thompson both agreed with the decision.
well, just because. Oh yeah.
They said submission attempts sold it because he got caught in a couple of triangles that he was kind of in trouble, but he got out. He got out. Okay. I mean,
Who are you gonna believe, dude? Who are you gonna believe? Big John McCarthy and Josh Thompson, or me? Okay.
That's a good point. Probably you.
Yeah, dude. Josh Thompson's just all looks. We've established that. Okay. There's nothing else going on.
We've established there's looks there.
Yeah,
Sure.
we established he's a good-looking guy. He's pretty, and just because he says things doesn't mean they have fucking merit. Okay.
Listen, I mean,
No. Anyways, but then of course the other 2 fucking hit, which soured me. But again, great fights. The main event Well, we predicted it. We were fucking
did.
spot on what was gonna happen in the main event.
You were more spot on than me because you were very confident.
Yeah.
I was giving Woodley the benefit of the doubt. I still had Burns. I did, and I said it from day one. I said it the week after Burns beat Mike. I said he's calling out Woodley, and I like Burns in that fight. But I was like, we can't be surprised if Woodley comes out and puts on a show. He was just so good for so long. He lost one fight. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously he's lost more than one, like, ever. I'm just saying he was a champ for years, and he loses one fight to Usman. I was like, maybe that was one off. Maybe he's going to come back locked and loaded. But boy, Burns put it to him.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Should we talk about that one last?
Yeah. Should we go? We'll go in order.
Sure.
Let's talk about the main card.
And then we got to also talk about
prelims that you want to talk about.
Let me look at the prelims real quick.
You did pick that big upset.
Thank you. I did.
I'm
looking at the prelims now.
You're like, I don't know, man.
You talking about Caitlin Chukagian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very
Dude,
proud.
I almost parlayed that, and like you were in my head being like, I don't know, dude, and I was like, yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, Shevchenko. She obviously has a very good record, no doubt. But I mean, it's like who's the other guy? Like Khabib's brother or cousin that fights in, I think, Bellator. His name's Nurmagomedov. I can't say it. Nurmagomedov. I like to say Nurmagomedov because I think that's easier.
I feel like that's when you say it, that's right.
Nurmagomedov is the easiest way to say it, but when you say it was all soft, like Nurmagomedov, that was it. That's harder to say. But anyways, his brother cousin fights like Bellator, and he always gets like lumped in like he has to win, and when he loses, it's like he's not Khabib, like it's a different person, like just because they have the same name or cousins or brothers or whatever. So I mean, obviously she's good. She was 8-1, now she's 8-2. But I mean, Chukagian's really good. She was the number one ranked freaking flyweight. So I was like, how, especially God mode.
And the odds were huge. The Vegas odds weren't they?
I don't think they're huge, but Shevchenko was the favorite. I don't know if it was by a whole lot though. I don't think so. Maybe it was.
I thought it was.
I don't know.
I thought it was.
It might have been. I mean, I don't think it was over 200 anything. I don't think so. Maybe though. Either way, like last week, I was like, I like Chukagian in that fight. I do. I think she's a better fighter. And she pretty much dominated. She almost had quite a few rear naked chokes in the first round. I think women are just not. I mean, this is not a sexist statement. This is a biology statement. I don't think women clearly aren't, most women, as physically strong as men, right? So Shevchenko kept pulling off. So like when you lock up the rear naked choke, so this is the choking hand, this is the locked hand. Shevchenko kept pulling off the top hand, making it like basically a one-arm choke, and a lot of men can finish that. A lot of men, if they have all the way to the shoulder, they can finish that one-arm choke. And Chukagian had that multiple times that Shevchenko kept pulling off that top hand, and I'm like, she can do that. She can finish that with one arm, but she couldn't. And I just think it's because women aren't strong.
Well, she doesn't have as much muscle mass, and she can't squeeze as hard. And
right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. I've choked out people with one arm, and I've been choked out with one arm. Men, if they get it under the chin like that, there's usually enough.
Bigger, so there's more.
There's usually enough. Yeah, there's usually enough, and there's enough squeeze where it's almost as tough. So Chukagian had a lot of those opportunities, I thought, where like the choke was still in under the chin. Shevchenko kept pulling off the arm that was locking it. I'm like, she can still squeeze and finish this, and I think she tried. I was really happy she didn't. I was afraid she might get burnt out squeezing so much, and be sluggish in the later rounds. But she looked good the whole fight. She really did. I called it. I already talked to Godmode about it. He was like, yeah, the bot thought whatever. But I did not like that. And then there's this group chat he put me on Instagram, and everyone was like, Shevchenko's got it in the bag. I'm like, I don't know about those guys. I'm not so sure. But anyways, it was a good fight. It was a fun fight. Spike Carlisle was also a high confidence pick for the win. I also picked him to win. And this is the one I think you're talking about, the decision. right?
Well, okay, so we skipped a fight.
Well, I'm looking at the prelim. So what are we talking about here?
Wait, what are you? Spike?
No,
That was the
okay,
main.
no, sorry. God mode's the pictures I have on here are in the wrong order. That's what it is. If you look at the pictures on the that we have that we're looking at, it has Spike Carlisle under Shevchenko. So my apologies.
Wow, dude.
So all right, so I'm just looking at the picture, dude. I'm not looking at the card.
Oh, all right. Well, the next fight.
I know what happened in the fights. I'm trying to compare God mode's predictions to the outcomes.
Well,
so give me the order. Give me the order. What we
next
said.
fight, so Shevchenko losing. She lost 30-25.
Yeah, bad.
30-25. So then the next was the first main card was Mackenzie Durham versus Hannah Schaefer. Is that how you say it?
Cyphers. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So I'm sure you were very excited to watch.
No, I wasn't actually. Damn it. I wanted Cyphers to win. I had her winning. I thought she's really, really, really tough, and they had Durham as this giant favorite.
Her leg got fucking caught.
It did, but she was beating Mackenzie Durham's ass.
Yeah.
Before that. And Mackenzie Durham was the biggest favorite on the night. That was another upset I thought I had. I was like, I think Cyphers might win. I picked her in a parlay. I was like, I'm mainly because her odds were so crazy. I know she's tough, but yeah, she was getting her ass kicked on the feet. So go ahead, you talk a little bit about it.
Well, I thought it was. I mean, I know. I was watching the after fight interview and how so she was saying how girls are usually more flexible, so it's kind of rare to see leg locks actually work. She got
and arm bars too. It's hard.
I watched her roll up and I was like, oh shit! And then obviously the Bisbing and Cormier called it right away. They're like, oh shit, she better watch out, and she just whipped it and then the tap.
Yeah, as soon as she went belly down,
go
ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying you just gotta watch out. Never know. You roll up and grab your leg.
Yeah, watch your legs for sure. Mackenzie Dern. I don't know much about her. I mean, I know she's a high level black. I think 2nd degree black belt. I know she's really high level and she's a big time gi competitor. And you said you listened to her post fight interview. I heard it too. I think she said leg locks were always her specialty, which I did not know that. So I'm pretty sure she said that in the interview. Yeah, as soon as she went belly down with it, I was like, okay, that's it. Because then all your weight's on it too. It was legit. I mean, you've seen where the foot was and where the hip was, and it was not normal, not good. It reminds me of this meme. Of course, I like memes, but who doesn't?
I like memes.
Everyone does. Let's be honest. So, it's not really a sidebar, but I guess kind of a sidebar. This is legs, but the meme was arms. It's funny. It said have you seen the meme where it's the black guy and he's doing this and it's got the question marks around him?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That guy?
Yeah, the confused guy, yeah.
It says God, the top says God makes arms that bend one way. And then it says jiu-jitsu people pay money to bend them the other way. And it says God, he's one.
Pretty good, yeah.
But yeah, I wanted Cyphers to win, but obviously I'm never gonna be disappointed with a knee bar. We talk about leg locks a lot on the show, but just so you know, knee bar is my favorite leg lock. I don't know if I've ever specified.
I don't think you ever have.
Yeah, but when most people say leg locks, you just automatically, because of today, you think heel hooks. But I prefer the knee bar. I'm a giant fan of the knee bar. It is, besides the triangle choke, it's my next favorite submission. Triangle choke and knee bar are my two favorite by far. Also my two best, just for the record.
Yeah.
Big fan of a knee bar. So obviously, as a big fan of a knee bar, one of my favorite submissions and my favorite leg lock, I was very happy with Mackenzie Dern's knee bar. And yeah, I kind of as soon as she wrapped both her legs around Cypher's legs, I was like, oh fuck. I thought she was going heel. I thought she was going heel hook at first, but the way she turned into it was pretty perfect. So, yeah, even when Bisping was like, oh, she's got to watch out for the knee bar, I was like, I don't think she's going. I think she's heel hooking. And then turns out Son of a bitch was right. Fuck that guy. But yeah. So I mean, yeah, I like it. What?
Who'd you say fuck that guy?
That Bisping fella. Fuck
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
We hate him
We'll
on the
talk
show.
about that later.
We hate him on the show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I've never heard of him in my life.
yeah, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, I was like, who's this fucking guy with a funny accent they got at
Yeah.
the Apex?
Yeah, who they got David Quinn right here with some fucking one-eyed heathen in here.
Yeah.
What's this guy doing in here?
They fucking picked him up at some bar in London town.
Yeah. Hey mate, get over here. Call
Oi.
a fight. You been in a fight? F you pub fights.
Yeah,
You're perfect. Come on in.
yeah.
Yeah, hooligan. But anyways, so yeah, that happened. I like a good knee bar, but I did have Cypher's winning. I wanted the big upset. So, and I think she was obviously winning on the feet, but I guess to be fair, that's really no surprise. I mean, Dern obviously wants it on the ground. You know, she's not really going to win on the feet. But so that's that. So go ahead. What's next? By the way, that's a high confidence pick for God Mode, which he got correct.
Yeah. So then the next one
Ooh,
was
time out. Sidebar. So I think the Spike Carlisle fight was supposed to be in the prelims, and Godwin had it right. But because Kevin Holland and Rodriguez's fight got pulled, I think it just got slid in that third spot. Just saying.
okay.
But go ahead.
So next was your boy Brock Weaver came out in the weigh-ins with his I don't know what the proper name for the like feather hat is.
It's called I just heard it yesterday. I want to say something real stupid. I'm not gonna say it.
Feather hat.
It's like a rogue. It's like a rogue or a tongue or something weird. Some weird term.
Yeah,
I
so he
forget.
came out. I believe you were saying like, "Watch out for him, dude." I think you sent
He's
me.
exciting. He's an exciting fighter.
Yeah.
What's up with this? So here's what we'll talk about. I need your Google searches, young Jamie.
Yeah.
I heard something. I think it was Roberts that was saying something like, "I don't fuck with people who fuck with dogs." Did he get in trouble for dog fighting, Brock Weaver? That has to be easy to find if he did. Which kind of makes me feel like a piece of
Thumbs up
shit.
right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Reddit.
Ooh.
Brock Weaver is a dog-fighting piece of shit. Enclosed video is the headline.
There's a video?
Yeah. I don't
No
know.
way.
I don't want to watch it. Oh.
It's probably a video of the guy who posted it going, "Guys, listen." It's like a video of him talking about how much of a piece of shit he is.
Yeah. So.
Is it allegations or is it like
So
facts?
he posted on his own fucking Instagram. What an idiot. Like, so Brock Weaver posted on his Instagram story approximately 4 months ago with his dog who had patches of blood on the right side of his face and head, and a piece of his ear was hanging off.
That means
So obviously it looked like his dog might have just been in a dog fight.
That means that he was sanctioning dog fights? I don't see the evidence there.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of jumping the gun there.
What if he was like, "Dude, look, some dog just fucked up my dog." Like out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm not defending him. I'm just saying he's put on his Instagram story
his dog and another dog like just happened to like fight as dogs. Like
yeah, dogs do that.
Yeah, like dogs like overplaying.
Yeah, my dad's dogs fight all the time. That's just what happens.
So basically that's what Brock Weaver says happened. Which I mean, based if the only evidence is that picture.
I say he's telling the truth. Why, if he was illegally dogfighting, why would he put that on his Instagram?
Yeah, like why would he post it and be like, "Oh."
He's probably like, "Oh my God, look what just happened to my dog."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck those people.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. But he got his ass kicked.
Yeah. So he lost. Rear naked choke.
Roosevelt Roberts had some really good straight right hand.
Dude, he looked good, man. I was impressed.
Really good. I think he was also in the Contender Series, just like Brock Weaver was.
Yeah.
But have you ever seen? So Brock Weaver is like super Native American. Just so you know.
Is he?
Oh yeah, like big time.
I was gonna say, I was like, dude, he's got pretty big balls if he's not. To just be like, yeah, I'm taking this shit.
Choctaw from Alabama. Grew up on an Indian reservation.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. His nickname means Choctaw warrior in their tongue. Yeah, he's big time Native American. But so I like him. Native Americans are cool, man. You really feel for him a little bit. Have you ever seen the movie with Jeremy Renner? It came out a couple years ago. Wind River.
Oh, fuck. I feel like I did.
Dude,
I don't remember.
it's so good. Look it up. It's so good. It's so good. Where he's like the hunter, and like
Oh
he lives.
shit, dude! I saw that, but I like passed by it. I didn't actually watch it. It was on Netflix.
I think it's still on Netflix. It's so good. You
I'll have to
gotta
check.
watch it. Must see. Yeah. So without spoilers, he lives on a. He travels to his local. Wind River's a real place. It's a real place in Wyoming, an Indian reservation, small population, but it's giant chunk of land, and there's nothing out there. And he travels there to like, he basically goes. I won't spoil anything, but he goes like on a case, basically, and just the Native Americans that live there, just fuck, dude, like from birth. You know what I mean? There's nothing to do out there. There's no like set path. Like there's no like career path. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all miserable. Like all of them are just stuck in this reservation, and like you really really feel you feel for them, man. You're like, and they're all obviously Native American, and they're just stuck there, and they talk about it, and they resort to drugs and alcohol and crime, basically. You know what I mean? And it's really sad and really shitty, but it's a really good movie. So I feel for him. Check it out, Wind River, Jeremy Renner, great movie. I still think I'm a big Jeremy Renner fan, and obviously he was great in Hurt Locker, but I think it's his best performance as an actor.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. He'll almost make you cry. It's good. In a good way. Don't be one of those weirdos like my mom. It's like, if it's a sad movie, I'm not watching it. I'm like, that's dumb. That's dumb. Good movies have like good heart-filled parts that like make you sad. You know what I mean? Yeah. Check out Wind River for sure. Watch it with the old lady. You'll both appreciate it. Put it on the list. Write that, like Van Wilder would say. Write that down.
Write that down.
Wind River. So anyways, I fucks with Brock Weaver, but he got his ass kicked. We'll move on. No need to to be a dead horse with it. I was gonna say something real bad, but I'm not gonna say it. It did involve a dog, but let's move on.
Yeah, so the next fight was Billy
You say it, you try it, because I heard it.
Filio
I think that's it. I think that's how you say it. I think so.
versus Spike Carlisle.
What a good fight.
So, yeah, great fight.
Amazing fight.
Spike Carlisle, the first leg of my fucking parlay. Came out fucking guns blazing. The Alpha Ginger, great name, hilarious. Has like ginger dreadlocks. Looks like palest person I've ever fucking seen in my life.
He's ripped up though, real ripped up.
Yeah. So fight starts out, and I Spike Carlisle took the first round. I think clearly. I don't think anyone. He landed that flying knee, kind of like
flying kick.
Well, yeah, flying kick, yeah, and like I was like, oh my god, let's go. Now here's where it gets a little hazy for me. I personally thought he won the second round. And so my the reason why I do, if you look at control time, he had like 8 minutes of control the whole fucking fight. But I guess like you said, the judges
they dictate control on the numbers, whatever, the stat sheets, by if you're on top. He was on top, but he was in trouble. So the whole time he's in these triangles, like, it counts as control time. But obviously, at that point in time, you're not winning. You're about to get choked out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep going. Go ahead. I'm just saying, numbers-wise, that's where it gets tricky.
Yeah, the other thing that, one, when I was watching, I was like, obviously I bet money on it, so I was very intensely watching it. And dude, when he got up early, I was like, what in the fuck is going
Crazy.
on? I was like, what is he doing? Like, are you a crazy person? Like, he literally just got up, completely turned around, like when the sticks banged. Like, I was like, did he think that was the bell?
Mm-mm.
And then, dude, he got clocked in the back of the head, which was like, he almost got KO'd for being a fucking, like, dude. And that in my mind was like, dude, maybe the judges, that's why they're like, you can't win when you do dumps. Like, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Technically, that's a knockdown. He knocked him down.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get knocked the fuck out, dude. When you get hit and you don't see it, I mean, that's usually, he got rocked.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I don't know what the hell was running through his head through that.
He obviously thought there was shorter time than there was.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, obviously.
Props to Billy for being like, this round ain't over.
Yeah, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, I thought he was going to knock him out, honestly, with that. How hilarious would that have been if he knocked him unconscious?
Yeah.
Imagine
no.
sitting like I know they don't. I know in MMA they don't have a film room like in football, but imagine that weekend like sitting in the film or watching this like, good job, like what do you even say to this? Like if he got knocked out cold right there.
Like how do you go, like, especially if he did, like, and so if you're Spike and you go back to like watch the film, like, well, like this is we were winning the entire round here, dominating, and then Spike you just got up and turned your back. Like
you're supposed to fight until they, till the
bell rings. Yeah. Anyway, so the judges had it that then old Billy took round 2 and 3. I think he clearly won round 3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Round 2, I was convinced that he was up 2-0 going into round 3.
Okay.
Yeah, like you said, he did have. I mean, I think the majority of like the overall significant strikes Billy won, but that was because I think he dominated the third round so much. But
yeah, I think so.
Submission, and he had a shitload of submission tests. But yeah, I was getting very nervous watching because I was like, dude, he's gonna triangle the fuck out of him here. And,
well, go ahead.
Well, I mean that was the end of my thought. I was just pacing. I was with like other people at a party. You can ask Alexa about it if she ever comes on here. I pretty much she got to see what it looks like to be a degenerate gambler and not giving a fuck that I was in public. Like I was screaming at the TV and shit. But hey, that's the way it goes.
Were you at a house party or were you at
I was at a house party and like
you just watching on your phone?
No, I was watching it on TV. I fucking put it on their TV. It was on ESPN.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, like everyone, I have to watch this. Like,
yeah, what the fuck? What else would you be watching?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was like, we were just sitting here. I was like, can I put on UFC? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I remember. I told my mom, I was like, just like the fights are on ESPN. She's like, we might watch. I'm like, what else are you gonna be doing?
Yeah, like what else is it? Like entertainment. Like,
what else are you watching?
Yeah.
But like now is the time where even non-fight fans should be watching. It's like nothing else to watch.
Yeah, like. Anyway, so that broke my heart. Start early.
Well, I'll talk about the scoring whenever you're done.
I was heartbroken, and
I was too.
I honestly thought whenever I was like, it's gonna be 29-28. It's gonna be 29-28 unanimous, but I thought it was a spike the other way around. And to hear it, that's just a devastating blow. To hear the other guy's name called.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. Yeah, but those are the breaks. We'll win them back next week.
We will, hopefully. As far as scoring goes, from my end, I had Spike Carlo also winning the second round. However, I would like to rewatch it because the submission attempts definitely count for something.
I don't like them counting for something.
Huh?
I don't think I don't like that.
It's like almost knocking someone out. It should count. You know what I mean?
I think
it is. You're escaping a giant problem.
Well, okay, yeah, okay, a submission attempt, but then so if him getting out of the submission, shouldn't that counterbalance it?
No,
No.
because you shouldn't get caught in a submission in the first place.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah. If you give up your arm or your neck, your arm is now isolated from your body, and the other guy's leg is wrapped around your head, and he's about to break it, and somehow you get off, you should be penalized for getting that in the first place. I
Yeah.
think.
That's a good point. Okay.
Yeah, submission attempts
Maybe
are
I'm just
critical.
mad I lost money.
Submission attempts are critical, just like the Shevchenko one against Chukagian. I mean, I guess you could say you gave her points for being on top. That's kind of silly.
Yeah, but then yeah, like I think
she almost choked her out multiple times. That's
the
should be
last
important.
UFC card. Fuck, who's that guy that almost got like 4 twisters?
Bryce Mitchell, yeah, those got to count for something.
Yeah, like I can't. Yeah, that's so true. I'll be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
escaping is a good thing, but I mean, like I said, like you can't just almost get armbarred 4 times and expect to win the round. Like,
Yeah.
Like you basically were on the defensive and surviving the whole time.
Yeah, and honestly, like when I was watching it, I was like, dude, this you could tell Spike Carlisle was fucking gassed.
That first triangle, the first
Yeah.
one that homeboy locked up, I thought was it.
Yeah.
He had it locked up really well. He didn't have the arm across the body, but you don't need the arm across the body. It's just preferred. But every time he was trying to get that angle, he would somehow like stand up and get out of it. But I thought he was in so much trouble. As far as scoring goes, I did have Carlisle winning the second round, but again, like we just talked about, I need to rewatch it. I would need to rewatch it. Maybe I still would. Maybe I still would have him. But so what I thought was,
I was reading a lot of other. Sorry, I was just reading a lot of like other judges had it. So like Spike first round and then a draw the second round and then.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You said you thought that fight could be a draw, didn't you say that?
I said the fight could be a draw because not the round. The fight could be a draw because I thought they could have been 2-0 Spike, both 10-9 rounds, and then I thought I'm very surprised not a single judge gave Billy. How do you say his last name? Quartillo.
We gotta get better at this.
Whatever.
We're gonna get the phonetic names.
Yeah, whatever. Sure.
Quartillo.
I'll say Billy Q. I'll say Billy Q. It sounds
Billy
cool.
Q.
Anyways.
That sounds cool.
Sounds cool, anyways. Yeah. I thought Billy Q. I'm surprised no one gave him that third round at 10-8. That was a beatdown.
I feel like 10-8s are rare.
They're not that rare.
I never looked
Chukagian got 10-8 every round.
Yeah, but that was
They were all like the third round of Billy Q.
I just keep walking into walls, man. Like every time I say something, you just fucking smack me. So is this what like when it was Stephen A and fucking oh my god.
First take?
First take, yeah, when it was Stephen A and fucking
Mac so and so.
No, I hate him. When it was the original
I don't know.
Fox. Skip Bayless. God.
Oh, okay.
I like Skip Bayless.
Well, I'm just saying, they all looked like that. I don't think 10-8 is that rare. He got beat down. I thought it was either going to be 29-28 Spike. I did, but listening to John McCarthy and Josh Thompson, I was like, you know what? Maybe with the submission attempts and all that stuff, all the danger he had Carlisle basically on defense the whole time, no matter control time. Maybe he did win. So that would have won the fight regardless. But I was thinking someone would give a 10-8 for Billy the second round, and that would make it a draw. That'd make it 28-28 if he was down 2 and then had 10-8. So I was surprised that no one gave him a 10, regardless of who won, who lost in the second round, which obviously you and I should probably rewatch because I had Spike winning too, but now I'm curious now. I'm curious to rewatch it with an open mind and see what I say. But I probably won't. I'm just saying. But actually, I definitely won't. But I'm just saying. I still.
Yeah, I might. Kind of like you not drinking. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I thought that the third round could have definitely been a 10-8. I think a lot of rounds should be, like you say, they're rare. I don't think they're that rare, but I think they are more rare than they should be. To bring up a past fight, Conor versus Nate Diaz 2, I scored that a draw. Because I think Nate Diaz had a 10-8 round that third round. He beat the brakes off of Conor McGregor that third round. I thought that was 10-8. So I think I had Conor winning 2 rounds. I had Conor winning 3 rounds. I had Nate winning 1 round, and then I had him winning I don't remember the round specifically, but I remember Conor won 2, Nate won 1. God damn it. Conor won 3, Nate won 1, but third round, Nate's second round he won. In that third round, Nate beat him so bad, I was like, that's a 10-8. So that gives 3 rounds of 2, but one of Nate's was a 10-8. I thought it should have been a draw. Just saying. So I think we should see more draws like that. Why are people afraid to give it a 10-8?
Odds on draws. Woo.
They happen, man.
Draw.
They happen, man. They do.
Yeah.
They're not obviously they're uncommon, but they definitely happen. They definitely happen. I would have probably scored that a draw, personally. I would have scored 10-8 for Billy, third round, and Spike winning rounds 1 and 2. I probably would have drawed that. I'm not afraid to say we need draws sometimes. So just saying. And yeah, go watch Conor versus Nate Diaz 2. See if anyone agrees with me. Conor won 3 rounds, Nate Diaz won 2, but that third round, Nate Diaz won should have been a 10-8. Should have been a draw. If you ask me. Some people think Conor just lost the fight. I don't think so. I think he did win 3 rounds, but the fifth round was really close. So I edge it to Conor a little bit. But damn, it's close. So obviously that was fucking a long time ago. But just saying. So what's next?
And then the co-main was 2 big guys. The dude that
I gotta be completely honest with you. I didn't watch it.
Oh, I watched it.
I was trying to figure out my Bovada to put a lot of money on Gilbert Burns. I was fucking in here.
Were you able to do it?
No, I wasn't. Bitcoin pissed me off.
Sucks.
Well, I accidentally transferred my fucking Bitcoin to my cash, and I'm like, no, I don't want the cash. I want to send it to this fucking Bovada address. And then because I did 2 transfers right away, it has to wait to figure out what's going on here, because I bought Bitcoin with my money, with my actual money, and then instead of sending it to the address, which I've done a bunch of times, I've done it a lot, I just accidentally sent it I transferred the Bitcoin, the digital currency or cryptocurrency, to my money. I'm like, no, I don't want that, so I sent it back to Bitcoin, and it's like I'm on standby now because I did that. So I'm like, damn it. So I couldn't even fucking get it. So I didn't watch the fight, and I don't really care for most heavyweight fights anyways. Was it a good fight?
Yeah, it was a good.
I heard something about a fence grab. You'll have to talk about it.
Yeah, so Blagoy, he's that Bulgarian guy that got stabbed 50 times or whatever and survived.
Wait, he survived? He didn't fight last night dead?
No. Yeah, believe it or not. He survived and he came back and started fighting. But
I don't want to rain down your parade, but the fact he fought last night, I assumed he survived.
So I thought, all right, the first round, all heavyweight, pretty boring. I think Augusto had a slight edge in the first round, clearly won the second round, and then won the third. But the big thing was this that DC blew up about was he was gonna hip toss him. Blagoy, who was losing the whole fight, was gonna hip toss him, and midway through the third round, and Augusto caught himself grabbed the fence so he couldn't hip toss him.
He prevented the takedown.
Yeah, so he prevented a takedown, which is but so Jason Herzog was the ref. He just gave him a warning, and that was it. But I guess one of the judges decided to take 2 points.
What?
That. So that's how it became a split decision.
How can they do that?
The one judge scored it 27-30 the other way. So I don't know how they get to that unless they penalize him for that grab. Because
that wouldn't make a difference, because that wouldn't make a difference. You're wrong about something. Because just because you penalize the one guy, the other guy wouldn't get 10 points every round. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's say what you're saying, they deducted points. The loser of that round would still only get 9 points. So there's no way he could get 30 unless he won every round. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You don't deduct points from the winner. Or sorry, you don't give the loser point. Sorry. Damn it, what I'm trying to say. You deduct points from the guy. So you don't get the other guy wouldn't get 30 points if he lost.
Well, I don't know how the hell
round.
the one judge gave him all 3 rounds.
Yeah, okay.
One who was the split gave all 3 rounds to the guy who lost, to Blago.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't see the fight. I'm sorry. I can't really help you out here.
I mean, besides that, I mean, I thought the Augusto guy clearly won.
And he won. He won the split.
Yeah, but he won in a split. And the decision that was different gave all 3 rounds to Blagoy, and I thought
really
he clearly lost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a penalized thing. That just must be really shitty reffing.
Yeah.
Or not reffing. Judging.
Yeah.
Well, Big John McCarthy, I did listen to him on weighing in today. Did say, and he said he can point out multiple fights where he's done it. He said if you do a fence grab that will stop a position like a takedown, that not just doing one like, hey, stop, let go of the fence, or you hear a lot, get your toes out of the cage, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. That doesn't really change anything long term. He says if you do that and it stops you from getting taken down, he says no warning, no nothing, you lose a point right then and there.
Yeah, that's what DC was saying when it happened. He said that should be a point.
Yeah, you can't just save yourself from getting taken down. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Takedowns are fucking hard, man. That's why.
And it was, dude, he whipped his ass. He was gonna fucking slam him if he wouldn't have grabbed that cage.
I wish I would have seen it.
Yeah.
I wasn't too bummed about missing this one.
Fight.
Well, if the guy you're saying won, even if it's a split decision, he won, then at least there is justice, right? It's not like he got fucked and lost. So he won. The guy you're saying that clearly won the fight, right?
Yeah, but he's the one who should have gotten his points deducted. He's the one who stopped the takedown. He's the one who grabbed.
He grabbed the fence.
Yeah, that's why he won. He's the one who grabbed the fence.
Ooh, see, that changes the story. I thought you were saying Augusta won the whole time, even though Ivanov grabbed the fence, he still won.
No. Yeah.
He saved his ass, is what you're trying to say. He saved his own ass. Oh, okay.
But he was winning the entire fight up until that.
Yeah, I mean.
But I mean, who knows? He would have got.
Yeah. Think how silly that sounds. He was winning the entire fight until he got knocked out. You know what I mean? Like, that one takedown could have done it. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying.
So next up is the main event. Do you want to?
Torreño.
Are we supposed to thank our sponsors?
Let's plug sponsors before we talk about main event. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You want to do it? I like what you did last time. You're good at it.
Okay.
Let's go.
So before we talk about the main event, we would like to thank our sponsor, Schismatic Industries, the jiu-jitsu apparel company that specializes in gi and no-gi apparel designed to make you perform and look your best on the mats. Have you ever got laid at a jiu-jitsu tournament? No. You haven't been wearing Schismatic Industries.
I thought you were asking me. Like, no, I'm always on time.
Yeah. Their Instagram handle is Schismatic_Industries. That is SCHISMATIC_Industries. Website is schismaticindustries.com. Check them out. Cool stuff. Feels great. Still haven't received mine, Gage.
What are you gonna wear it to?
Out. It looks fashionable.
You're not John Donaher. You can't do that.
Yeah, I can.
Only John Donaher can wear rash guards around.
All right. Well,
if you see anyone walk around in a rash guard, go get his autograph because that's John Donaher.
That's John Donaher.
That's 1,000%.
And then our other sponsor that we would like to thank is Guardian Oil. Guardian Oil keeps your skin healthy and clean, as they believe in taking care of your skin, keeping it healthy, fresh, and soft. Their Instagram handle is Try Guardian Oil, and their website is tryguardianoil.com. Pretty simple. Again, keep your skin healthy and clean, able to prevent nasty stuff that no one wants, like ringworm, staph, athlete's foot, and jock itch, and even acne. So again, trygardeningoil.com and trygardenOil on Instagram. No one wants that nasty shit. Put it on there.
And jock itch is not a thing to laugh about. It's a serious thing.
It
But
is
if you do want to laugh about it, and you prefer to call it something funnier, I prefer to call it crotch rot. Crotch rot.
Oh yeah, crotch rot. You okay? You okay?
It's just the funniest thing. I got crotch rot.
It's apropos, as they would say.
Got the crotch rot.
God damn it! I got the crotch rot again. I forgot my guardian oil, and I got crotch rot.
Yeah, it's worth getting jock itch one time, just so you can tell everyone you got crotch rot.
Yeah, I got the crotch rot. Fucking suck.
Well, I guess you can lie about it because of that you're going to show anybody.
Yeah.
So, but good news is you'll never get it if you use guardian oil.
Yeah. So thank you to both of them. So now we can talk about the main event, which I called to a T. To a T.
Okay,
well
we both predicted the winner, okay?
I'd say he'd knock him out, but I had a strong feeling that Tyron Woodley is over the fucking hill, dude. He looked awful. I don't like that. Gilbert Burns looked very, very.
Yeah. That's why I don't like.
I don't know, man.
It's probably both, realistically.
It's a mix of both, but dude, he looked like a deer in a headlights. Like
I think it was because he got hurt early.
I just was shocked by that. Like, dude, round 5, he's just staring off, and I'm like, dude, you're not trying right now.
We've talked about this before, dude. We've talked about this before. You take the confidence away from a man, you take away his ability. It's just the way it is. When Gilbert Burns hurt him real bad in that first round, and then when ground and pounded him and mounted him, he's probably like, fuck, this guy's good. You know what I mean?
Dude, and how about when he took him down like nothing? He's got fucking USA Wrestling tattooed on his arm, and he just got smacked to the canvas by a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. So,
well, okay, this is going to be a bold statement. After last night, and I think I said it a little bit. I didn't say it to this extreme, but I think I said it after the Maya fight. To Gilbert Burns might be bold statement here. Ready for this? I'm
ready.
Are you sure?
I'm grabbing onto my pants right now.
He might be the most well-rounded fighter in the UFC.
Ooh.
He has it all. Crazy.
Well, dude, after last night, he definitely shows he has takedown ability. Fucking
crazy good strikes.
Greatest takedown defense in welterweight history or whatever, and he fucking took him down with ease twice.
Yeah, every time he tried.
First takedown was sick. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he's a monster, dude. He's got really good wrestling. He's got the best jiu-jitsu probably in the game, realistically.
That's right.
He probably has the best jiu-jitsu in MMA, honestly. It's probably the best resume as well as far as jiu-jitsu competition. And his striking, I think it's just that Henry Hoof, his striking coach, is just so good. He can strike with anybody, dude. He can strike with anybody. His main route is jiu-jitsu. It is. And that's probably what he relied on a lot maybe early. But now, dude, he just has it all. He is so well-rounded. And he loves competition. I know you and
dude, he was mean-mugging Woodley the whole time. Like, after rounds and, like...
Yeah. He's very confident.
He's a bitch right now.
He's a very confident guy, which obviously confidence in fighting especially I think is a big, important thing. He's very, very confident in himself. I know you and Cam were starting it. I don't know. You probably didn't finish it, but the Quintet Ultra, Gilbert Burns was one of the guys on Team UFC or whatever, and he was just running through people, dude. His grappling is so good, and he didn't even have to use it if he didn't want to. I mean, I think last night he showed how tough he is everywhere. You know, he's got a really good left hook, really good right hand.
Where do you think he jumps up to?
2
rankings. Yeah, he has to, right?
I think. Here's what I think will happen. Good question, by the way. And and to be honest, I haven't even thought about this, but off the top of my head, I think Colby Covington moves up to 1. He was 2. I think Colby Covington. I don't think he'll jump Colby. Colby moves up to 1. Burns goes to 2. Masvidal stays at 3, and Woodley goes to 4.
God
That's
damn.
what I think.
I mean, I know we have it later, that division, how insane it is.
I think Burns fights Usman next.
Really?
After last night, yeah, I
You
do.
think he gets it? He gets the shot.
And I think Colby
I mean,
Covington
dude,
fights Masvidal.
I want any of the mixture of those 4 to fight would be sick. So
Yeah. It's I think Colby Covington needs one more win before he gets Usman again. That was a really good fight, and it was pretty even the whole time until that late stoppage. But I don't want to see it run back again. I want to see both guys beat someone else. I mean, honestly, I'd love for Burns to beat Usman, but I want both guys. I want them to each fight someone else next. I don't want them to just fight each other again right away. Yeah, that's what I would do. It's crazy to say that because Burns jumping so high, but Woodley was the number 1 contender, and he beat the brakes off of him. So, yeah, I think Burns gets the title shot next, and against Usman, and Colby Covington and George, and wow, I guess I can say George, Jorge Masvidal makes sense. There's bad blood there. They're the 2 and 3 ranked.
friend.
They used to be best friends. Covington left ATT. We can talk about that later. I didn't put that in the notes, but he left American Top Team officially. We'll talk about that later. Just make a note because I'll forget. Yeah, there's a storyline there, basically, is what I'm trying to say. The storyline there, they were the number 1, number 2 contender. You know, they're either now number 2 and number 3. It makes sense. I think, and that's a really good fight for Colby Covington to get the next title shot again. What better one more fight than to beat Masvidal? You know what I mean? Which I think he does, honestly. I think he does. I think Usman and Covington wrestle fuck everybody to death. Just wear them out.
Do you know how they make the UFC rankings? Is it like the old BCS college rankings? Is it like coaches vote? So like
No, journalists, MMA journalists do it.
that's how they do it? Okay.
Yeah, the UFC has nothing to do with it. I would make the rankings after last night. It was Woodley 1, Covington 2, Masvidal 3, and I don't remember who 4 was. Oh, probably Leon Edwards. I don't know. I'm not sure. I would do Covington 1, Burns 2, Masvidal stays at 3, and probably slide Woodley in at 4 or 5. Who's 4? Can you look that up? Was it Leon Edwards? I don't know who 4 was. Has to be Leon Edwards. It's the only thing I can think of. You can look that up real quick. But
Yeah, but anyways, the entire fight.
Yeah, it was bad.
Domination, man.
And the fun thing about it was Burns got to show his entire skill set. He got to show his wrestling. He got to show his jiu-jitsu skills on the ground. He got to obviously show striking.
They already updated.
No way.
Gilbert Burns is number 2. We talked about that for what would have been for nothing. They're already.
Who's the master? Who's number 1? Is it Colby?
No.
What?
No, I mean, so right now Gilbert Burns is number 1 contender. He jumped Colby and Jorge.
He's number 1.
Woodley went down to 5.
So I was right about everything except Burns beat Covington.
Yeah, he upped Covington. So it's
See,
Burns.
I don't know about that. I mean, I would give Burns.
Words Tyron Woodley.
I'm sorry, I was talking over you. Say it one more time.
So it's Burns, Covington, Masvidal, Edwards, Woodley.
That's exactly what I said, except I think Colby should be. I guess it doesn't matter because I did say I think Burns should get the next title shot, but I don't like him jumping Colby Covington. I think Colby should be number 1, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I think Burns gets. I mean, if you look at the rankings, again, UFC has nothing to do with that. So, yeah, after last night, I think he gets the next title shot, and I know that, and they're buddies. They train together, which is really interesting. They train together. He probably helped Burns out a lot with his wrestling, honestly. Think about it. But if you look at some of Burns' old highlights, dude, he's fucking double-legging people like crazy. He's had good wrestling for sure. He's so well-rounded, dude. I used to say, who are the real well-rounded guys? You got Tony Ferguson. Obviously, you got John Jones. You got Jorge Masvidal, really, really well-rounded.
George Napier.
He's not fighting anymore. I'm not counting him. Obviously, he's well-rounded.
Yeah.
He might be the most well-rounded fighter of all time. Guys,
He's still ain't fun.
Okay, so you can throw him in there. I mean, we're not ranking him, but I'm just thinking of guys who have it all. And you got guys like Demetrius Johnson, obviously. Henry Cejudo, really, if we're being honest. And you gotta throw Burns in that conversation, dude. When you think of what can a guy do? How's his wrestling? Burns has it. How's his jiu-jitsu? Probably the best in the game. He has that. How's his striking? Phenomenal. One of the best strikers in the division, probably. Besides Masvidal. Masvidal has the best hands, I think, in the division. Besides him, I mean, he's right up there. How's his jiu-jitsu? No one gets better. How's he off his back? Phenomenal off his back. No one wants to take Gilbert Burns down.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to take.
Did you see in the middle of the fight how he laid down?
Yeah. He's like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want. What do they say? All the kids say these days. You don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that smoke. Yeah, that's actually something that this is like the third time I've plugged him, but John McCarthy and Josh Thompson were saying they're like, no one's going to take Gilbert Burns down. That's stupid. It's like trying to take Ryan Hall down. You're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
There's guys you just top or bottom you don't want to be on the ground with, and Gilbert Burns is definitely one of those guys, which makes him an interesting fight for Usman. Usman's not going to strike with Gilbert Burns. There's no way. There's no way.
Fuck. Damn.
Bad idea.
Dude, when I think about that fight right now,
how's he beat him?
Burns could win, dude.
How is Usman going to beat him?
Dude. Wow.
If you're going to take Gilbert Burns over and over and over and over and over, you're going to get caught in something. Yeah. He has some of the best arm bars in the game. His arm bars are so good.
World champion.
Multiple time world champion. Yeah. Yeah, he's a monster. Yeah, he's really, 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 really good. He's got some really good armbar highlights just in the UFC. I mean, he's so good on the ground.
Wow.
So yeah, Usman could probably take him down a couple times, and they could maybe get back to their feet. But I mean, for 25 minutes, because I think that's his only method of victory. He's not going to stand and strike with Gilbert Burns. I don't think that's a good idea at all. I think Burns is a much better striker. So, there's guys you take down and you wrestle them to death, and there's guys you take down and they submit you. I don't know. It's a really fun fight, like you just said.
Yeah.
It's like he might be the only guy in the division that would want to take Gilbert Burns down. Like if you watch, okay, here's a good example. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for anyone who's listening who does remember this vaguely. I don't really remember how Usman versus Maia played out. But I do remember how Colby Covington versus Damian Maia played out. And Colby Covington standing and struck with him, kind of beat him up a little bit. I don't think he took him down a lot because you just don't do that to Damian Maia. So I don't think you'd want to take Gilbert Burns down. I don't think that's a good idea. That's why when he beat Maia and I said I like him against Woodley. I said that many weeks ago before this COVID thing happened. I said, or right when it was happening, I said, he's a hard man to beat. Because how do you beat him? The only way you can, I don't know, how do you beat him? He might be unbeatable. He might be the next welterweight champion of the world. I'm just saying, unless you have Masvidal would. This is crazy. I'm saying this. Masvidal has the best chance to beat Gilbert Burns because he has really, really good striking and really good wrestling defense.
Yeah.
I think Colby Covington would. I said that before. I think Colby Covington would beat Masvidal because his wrestling is super, super high level. Burns is really good, but not Colby Covington level good. So I think maybe he might struggle to get Masvidal down, and I think Masvidal might be the only striker that's better than Burns in the division. So that's a better matchup, a harder matchup for Burns. Usman, who I've said numerous times on the show is going to be hard to beat, Gilbert Burns might be the guy to do it. Stylistically wise, he's the guy to do it.
Yeah.
This is very similar to what we're talking about, Tony Ferguson versus Khabib.
Yeah.
You know, you want to take him down. You probably can, but what's going to happen while you're both down there? Could be trouble. Could be trouble for you, sir. That might not be a good idea, sir. Burns might pull guard and just sit there and go, okay,
Yeah.
do your wrestling thing, son.
Yeah. Exciting. See, dude,
Exciting. I think that's
like,
next. I'm
sitting in
predicting
the
that's
office,
next.
like, Dana White, like, sitting in his office being like, what do I want to do here? Who do I want to give the edge to? Do I give?
I think it's got to be Burns now. And another reason I say that is because Masvidal and Usman's had the chances. They're both playing this Conor McGregor game like, I need more money.
Yeah.
I need more money. I don't know. They've had plenty of chances to fight, and they're both being bitches. Burns will say, fucking give me a Happy Meal and a drink, and I'm fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll take it. You know what I mean? He's not gonna sit around patty cake and maul over how big of a star he is. He wants to fight. He wants to be the champ. So I think that's another reason. Like, hey man, you've had your chance to fight Usman multiple times. Like Burns will take it for dirt cheap. And then I want that to happen now because I want to see Colby and Jorge fight.
Dude, I think that's where they should go because it's a better storyline. One, you have a chance, or you have Usman be like, prove you're the champ. We're gonna give you a guy who, prove you're the best. And then you have
he just beat the guy that you beat really bad, just the same. You know what I mean? They both beat up Woodley, basically.
Yeah, and then you can give Colby and Jorge. They're like used to be best friends. Yeah,
good storyline. I would love that promo. We've talked about this on the show before. I'm a sucker for promos, dude. I would love that promo.
Sick promo video of like them training together, like dicking around. It's like
them being buddies, then talking mad shit about each other. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a promo. I like the storyline thing. Like some of it's like very WWE, but I like a storyline. But in MMA, it's not a fake storyline; it's a real storyline. So I like real bad blood. Like that's fun. That makes it more fun. Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, like that's fun. Like fuck, they hate each other. Let's go. That's fun. I want now. I changed my mind about everything I said before about these matchups. I want Colby versus Jorge, and I want Gilbert Burns versus Usman. Let's do it. That's the matchup. And Leon Edwards, sorry, buddy, you're really talented, but no one gives a fuck about you. I'm sorry. Right now. You fight Woodley. You can now you get
you can fight Woodley. Dude.
That's what that was supposed to happen in the first place. Now you get it.
I can see it as like years on.
Yeah, like we got all these if you think about it, they're all these guys. These four guys now are the welterweight stars. Usman, now Burns, obviously Colby, and obviously Jorge. That's your big stardom right there. So let's find a way to mesh it. I think that's the matchups. Honestly, not only do I want, luckily me, I think that's the ones we're going to get. Personally,
yeah, makes sense.
I think that's what we're getting. So, anyways, to wrap it up, Gilbert Burns looked really good. He showed a little bit of everything. Showed his groundwork. Showed his takedowns. Definitely showed his striking. He's evolved into a really, 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 really good striker. And he's got a hard man to beat. You know, we got guys like Usman and Colby with that really, really good wrestling that saves him, that cardio. And that's another thing we should mention very quickly before we move on about Burns. He wasn't even tired.
Yeah.
First time he ever went 5 rounds. He was fine. Very impressive.
Dude, it's because he's been in Fluvelas fucking choking out rabid dogs since he was years old, dude. He doesn't get tired, you know?
First ever 5-round fight, first ever main event. He looked great and he wasn't tired. So we know he can go 5 rounds. He's going to be a hard fight for Usman. I'm sure I can hear right now, especially Travis and his fucking know-it-all nonsense. Like, Woodley's washed up. Burns sucks. You know what I mean? No. Fuck all that shit. I think Burns is on the rise, man. That's a good fight. I hope he gets it next. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So we can move on. Congrats, Gilbert Burns. I wanted you to win.
So next week we are getting another UFC 250. I remember we shit on it when we first heard about it when they first announced the card.
Turned out good.
It was dog shit, but they have added fights that are actually decent now.
It's a good fight. It's a good card.
Yeah. But I did laugh at the meme you sent me though, where it was like the two lines, and it was like buy UFC 250, and then the other line, which was like it was one guy, then the other line was like 100 people, and it said like stream UFC 250.
Yeah, no one's buying it. I mean, of course we are, because we're tax-paying,
Yeah, like I would
law-abiding
never
citizens.
use an illegal stream. That's
No one would do that.
yeah, I can't even fathom that. I didn't even know you could do that, and I'm appalled.
But when it gets 10,000 pay-per-view buys and 2 million people are chirping about it, do the math.
Yeah.
Do the math.
Yeah. So, damn. Do we have? Usually we were doing the kind of how many wins to pick on the card, but should we do another? How do you want to do that?
I can do it.
I haven't researched it enough.
I haven't either. Let's do how about this? Let's do just main and co-main.
Main and
Last
co-main.
Last three. First, yeah. Can you do that or no?
No.
You don't want to do it? Okay, we don't have to do it.
No.
I'll tell you who I think wins, but we don't have to count it.
Fuck.
I mean, we got God moves.
We have more time to be spaced out, but now we don't.
We have. I mean, to be honest with you guys, this is your fault. You've been too busy.
I know, dude.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just saying. Like, you're like, I haven't done the research. Well, why haven't you? It's on you, Alex.
I didn't. Well, I mean, yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's do quick. So I'll do Co and Kane. I think Cody Garbrandt wins.
I don't.
Ooh.
There
Why
you
not?
go.
I like his tattoo. Looks like
He's really good.
Dude.
We were talking about handsome fellas. He's definitely one of them. I forgot to mention him. He's definitely one of the studs for sure. Should be, anyways. I don't know. I think he's on a 3-fight losing streak, which is hard to pick against him again. Honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why. Rafael. Oh God. What's his deal? Hang on. I'm blanking on him. You know what? Fuck it. We won't get into it. I was going to pull up his record, but who cares? Yeah, I got Cody Garbrandt losing. Fuck it. He fights too stupid. He fights too wild. Fight smart, he could probably win, but he gets kind of silly. He starts slugging and gets fucking caught.
Dude,
so,
that's what I was excited.
Yeah, it'll be a fun fight, I'm sure.
The undercards really are good. We should read through the card at least. But you're better at it. So.
Okay, all right. I'll start at Ian Heinisch, who I think he followed me on Instagram, which is kind of weird.
What the hell? Why is that weird?
No, maybe he didn't follow. Maybe he liked something. There's something about him. I'm like, what the fuck? It was very random. Very random.
Yeah, dude. UFC fighters are following me on Instagram. Fucking weird.
I mean, I don't. No, now that I think about it, I don't think he followed. I think he liked something like at random. Like, what the fuck is Ian Heinisch liking my shit for?
Don't you want him to like your shit?
Of course I do, but it was just very surprising. He's got a cleft lip.
Now you're too big time because of your recent streak on social media. Now you're too big time for Ian. After
big time for anybody.
The week you've had, we'll get into it later.
I didn't know what you're talking about, but oh yeah, we do need to get into that. Fine, let's run through this so we can talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Let's run through this. All right. So, all right, fuck that. Just kidding. I got Chase Super winning. I met him at a jiu-jitsu tournament that I won in February. I met him there, got a picture with him. So let's go Chase Super. He's fighting Alex Caceres, who I don't remember his last fight, but the fight before that, he got choked out by Chrome Gracie. And Chase Super has really, really, really good jiu-jitsu, hence why I saw him at a jiu-jitsu tournament. He's a local guy from near me, so go Chase Super. Next up, we got Sean O'Malley fighting some fucking
can, right?
Yeah. Well, he's a veteran, but he's not like a global war on terrorism veteran. He's like a Vietnam veteran. You know what I'm saying?
What?
like he's
he's an old school veteran.
Yeah, he's not. Global war on terrorism is like what I'm considered a veteran of. Like, you know what I'm saying? He puts the V in veteran. Let's just say that. So, anyways, yeah, Sean O'Malley's going to mop the floor with him. Let's move on. No Magny versus Anthony Rocco Martin. I don't know. No Magny looked really, really good. See how fast I can do this? I'm sorry I dragged this out. all the time.
Yeah.
No Magny fighting Anthony Rodrigo Martin or Rocco Martin. No Magny looked really good in his last fight against. God damn it! I picked him to lose too. Do you remember this? We talked about this.
Mhm.
Fuck it. I got no Magny to win. Anyways, next fight, Aljamain Sterling. This is at bantamweight. Aljamain Sterling versus Corey Sandhagen. Really tough fight. I'm picking Corey Sandhagen because he is coached by Trevor Whitman, who, as we know, coached Justin Gaethje to a world title. Yeah. And Aljamain Sterling is coached by Matt Serra, who I just don't think. And I got still Eddie's line. Eddie from Grind Gang was the one saying, like, Matt Serra, just something about him. He just doesn't coach. These guys just don't become like champions. You know, like his best fighters, Ali Quinto, just never quite gets there. So I like Aljamain Sterling a lot. Travis is a big fan, and I think he might win. I think he's a slight favorite, but I'm sticking to the guns with Trevor Whitman and his guy Corey Sandhagen. I think he's a good up and comer. I'll take him in a really close fight, Corey Sandhagen. And then Felicia Spencer versus Amanda Nunes. If you want to watch a clip of us talk about this, you know what we think about it. Felicia Spencer gets her ass kicked. So now, since I ran through that, Alex, you run through God Mode's predictions.
Yeah, dude. The bot is saying, so last week he went 80%. Of course, one of the ones that I picked fucking lost. Anyways, besides that, we already heard me cry in my beer about it. But he has Felicia Spencer with the upset.
Normal confidence.
Ooh.
Not even low confidence.
Dude,
Normal.
maybe for funsies, I might like, dude, you throw $10, the odds are gotta be fucking, this has gotta be one of the biggest. Let me check the odds. I'm checking the odds quick.
Hey, you know what's equivalent to that? Why don't you go take $10 out of your wallet, put in the garbage disposal? Just do it. It's just $10. That's so disrespectful to Felicia Spencer.
Dude, she hates us. If she ever listens, dude, we just shit on her every time. Dude, listen, I will tell you right now, Felicia, if you're listening, highly doubt you are, but
we'd love to have you on the podcast. You can
$10, I'm gonna put $10 right down the tube. Let's see what your odds are, though. Hopefully, you're worth it.
Oh, it'd be worth it if you're gonna lose it. Like,
dude, Sean O'Malley is a minus 500 favorite.
Yeah,
Holy fuck!
Yeah, he's gonna kill that guy. Wineland? Yeah, he's gonna fuck.
Is minus 750. Felicia Spencer is plus 490. So my $10 bet, I would win $49 if she does the upset.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Minus 750 favorite.
That's one of those bets. It's so ridiculous. Putting money either way would be foolish, in my opinion.
There's no, yeah.
You put $700 on Man Nunes, you win a penny. You put whatever amount of money on Felicia Spencer, you lose it. Doesn't matter what you're going to quote unquote win.
Yeah.
Watch Felicia Spencer go out there and murder her.
Yeah, dude. What if, like, I don't know, Nunez claiming hot Cheeto, and like,
I see no method of victory for her to win. She wants to take her to the ground. 4,000% sure that's what she wants. And Nunez is a world-class black belt. I don't see how she possibly wins. I don't think she could take her down in the first place. But even if she did, I don't think Nunez would be in trouble. Just saying. I just don't see a method of victory for her to win. That's all.
Yeah. So,
the parlay I made on mybookie.ag, because fucking I don't have to use Bitcoin bullshit for that. All my guys look legit. I have Chase Hooper, I have Sean O'Malley, I have Corey Sandhagen, and I have Rafael Asuno. Bot mode has all of them. So that's $15 for 200, my man.
Wait. You're going all bot. You're going all God mode.
I didn't know. This is way before I seen God modes. But yeah, I'm going all God mode. For Rafael Asuno, I got him winning. I got Corey Sandhagen winning. I got Sean O'Malley winning. I got Chase Hooper winning.
Everyone. Has Sean O'Malley at normal confidence.
It's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. But what else we got? So he's got Chase Hooper high confidence. He's got My main man Ian Heinisch at High
I'm
Confidence.
definitely betting on your boy Chase Hooper.
So, dude, if anyone is interested to see a picture of me and him, taken this year, I got one. And then,
I'll send it to you, framed.
sure, I'll frame it. Yeah. And then, he's got he's got Anthony Martin on that. He's got Anthony Martin beating Neil Magny. So that's so I'm not going all God mode because I have Neil Magny in my parlay. So I have Neil Magny.
Do you already make your bet?
Yeah. 15 for 200.
The lines to change. They might go in your favor, but they guess
what if they go 9 in my favor?
Yeah, that's true.
I like $15 for $200. I like that.
Yeah, dude,
so
I have so much money. Anyways,
but no. So in my parlay, I'm going all God mode except for Anthony Rocco Martin. I got Neil Magny winning that. But so and then he's got Sean O'Malley no confidence. He's got Corey Sandhagen low confidence, high confidence for Cody Garbrandt to lose, and normal confidence for Felicia Spencer to win. Not even we don't even get a low confidence for that.
Dude,
we get a normal confidence for that. That's crazy, dude.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait to talk to him if that one hits.
Yes, that'd be perfect time to talk to him. Yeah, every time we say, "What the fuck," just like the Fabricio Verdum fight. Every time we're like, "Dude, what the fuck is your bot thinking?" We always get surprised.
Yeah. And it called.
Yeah, but if a goat falls to the cow, no offense, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just saying, it's not good. It's not good.
All right.
I wasn't saying that because she's chubby, but she is. But let's be honest. She's a 115er.
So we already talked about kind of what's going on at welterweight. So one more thing, and you can do your gloating. I know that's why you sped through that.
That is true.
Old Johnny Jones, dude. Now.
Yeah. I want to hear your
take on this, bro. I think this is needed because UFC fighters have not been getting their fair share. And I think Conor was kind of the first domino. But dude, when you look, and I get how their payment structure is different, but when you look at boxers that I've never heard of, never will hear of them, and they're getting $33 million and they're fighting 115 pounds, and it's like some dude, like, you know, 2 Latin American guys. I'm like, who the fuck are they?
Just so you know, I'm going to disagree with you before you're done. But go ahead.
I know. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, they're getting $30 million for some shit card that no one watches, but I get how the payment structure is different. But I understand him being like, I'm the best in the world. I'm the GOAT. I want a certain amount of paycheck for me to fight. And like they've been underpaid and they've been accused of underpaying fighters for the entire history of the UFC. So like I think it's time for someone to finally really like nut up or shut up and be like, no, I'm not going to fight unless you pay me what I want.
Well, the thing about boxing is very different. The thing about boxing is the pay scale is very top heavy. So the thing about boxing,
undercard guys make literally.
Yeah, like they need full-time jobs type shit. But where the Dante Wilders make hundreds of millions or whatever, you know what I mean? So if you want to take one or the other, you take the way the UFC does it, where everyone can pretty much make a living on fighting. Some guys make more, but some guys, John Jones isn't a pay-per-view king. He's a light heavyweight king, but he's not a pay-per-view king. Dana White said this himself.
And that
Dana White said, he was like, he thinks he deserves this. I'll show you the numbers. He's just not anymore. He probably was at one point in time during his like rising. Like now, it's just like, who's gonna beat this fucking guy? But when he was just like coming up and beating everybody, he probably was a pretty big star. And I think he had other people on his cards to help him. But I mean, I know you're a big fan, but no one really wants to see John Jones fight again anymore. Not like they don't like, I don't want to see it. It's just like no one's hyped about it. No one's really hyped about it unless you're a big John Jones fan, and I know you are. But to be honest, they're getting fewer and fewer because like the more shit he's getting into. Like Dana said, like you're tarnishing yourself, dude. Like you don't need my help doing that. It's just the reality. It's just the reality of it. And I'm not trying to hate on him because you're a fan. Just in general, like he's definitely he's since he started getting in trouble, there's 100% chance he's slowly lost fans every year, for sure. For sure. You don't think so?
No, I think he has.
Oh, but I do think he probably a lot of guys probably deserve more money than they get. But maybe the UFC is where it is today with the production and with the fights they put on because of what they pay their fighters. And I am just saying, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not like completely defending them, but you don't have to fight for the UFC. You can go somewhere else.
Well, yeah, that's what he was saying.
Anyone can though. Like if you're unhappy with what you're getting paid, I can probably hook you up with Josh Thompson, and he can probably swing some Bellator money your way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to. You're choosing to fight for the organization. They don't choose you.
Yeah.
Just
So
saying.
I found Dana's direct quote. He said, "Being the greatest of all time doesn't mean you get $30 million. It's being able to sell." And John Jones apparently said to that, "I don't give a fuck about the numbers. I want what I want." And Dana said, "Well, that's not how life works."
It's not.
So that is fair. However, I also think I don't know what his numbers are asking. 30 million. I can't believe John Jones seriously asked for that.
That's ridiculous.
Absurd.
That's absurd. You're not Conor McGregor.
Yeah. And
Conor McGregor got like $5 million for the Khabib fight. Conor McGregor got like $5 million for the Khabib fight. That's the biggest pay-per-view of all time. What makes John Jones think he's going to get any more than $1 million or $2 million? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep, but
I respect where he's staying. He's like, look, I do want more money.
About making more money. I think they're underpaid. I still think
Fighters
Zuffa is a $1 billion company, and they're not paying out billions of dollars.
No.
So who the fuck's getting it?
Maybe we are.
You're saying they have to pay more. The content will decrease.
I think it's possible. I obviously don't know for sure. I'm not closed doors. I'm just saying. I think maybe, but I'm not. I think I like John Jones' point. And there's been guys who go from the UFC to Bellator, not to plug Bellator a lot, and they're like, yeah, I get paid way more money. Like they treat me really good over here. They don't have as many stars though. Maybe that's why. Who knows? I don't know. I like John Jones' where his head's at, but the UFC is the biggest in the game, and they've been the biggest for a long time. I think there's a method to the madness. I don't think they're pulling this crazy scam for all these years and just getting away with it. There's got to be some method to it, but I don't know. Maybe they are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's out there. I'm glad we're having. I don't think so. He is serious about vacating his belt and leaving.
Maybe he will. I don't know who would take him.
So, but I don't
think Bellator would take him.
Why not?
I don't think they would. He's too much trouble.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, that's a bold statement. Someone could just fucking go crazy when I say that. John McCarthy said he wouldn't take him. He's just a commentator, but I mean, he knows the ins and outs of the sports, and he works for Bellator. But he's like, no, I wouldn't take him. I would not take him. He's just lost his appeal. He really has. If he was knocking everyone out every 2 seconds and not driving drunk all the time, he'd probably be a big star.
Dude, he has anxiety. Okay,
that's fine. But on top of anxiety,
and he's dyslexic. And he has ADHD.
On top of all those things, he gives us all what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? But anyways, he puts us all to sleep in his fights lately. That's all I'm trying to say.
This is last two.
What's that? Okay, he's fought 3 times in the past however many years.
Dude, Gustafsson was exciting too.
That was a comeback fight. After that, hasn't been. Actually, that's not true. He just hasn't done good. The Santos fight, they were good fights. He just hadn't done very good. So I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll move on. I like where his stance is, though. I just don't think he's the draw he thinks he is anymore. I mean, he's definitely the best, but
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want to.
I hate to agree with Dana,
I
but
will be bummed out if he does actually leave. So maybe maybe give a couple million his way. Just a couple.
dude, I think they're calling that bluff hard.
Oh,
I think he's either gonna stick around and get what they're gonna give him, or he has to go now.
yeah.
I think he tried to
Overplayed it.
raise it.
Like going on Twitter and like blowing it up. But hey,
Dana's not a guy to back down. We're talking about it, but Dana's not going to back down. Dana's going to go, okay, you want more money? No. He's not going to be like, he's got a point. Let's pay him more. That's stuff you do behind closed doors. You don't put that shit on Twitter.
Yeah, but then again, it brings light to it, and people are starting to ask questions. Yeah, how much are fighters being paid?
Maybe you should get paid more. I don't know.
Gross.
I was just trying to explain the possibilities of both sides.
I'm surprised they don't have a fighters union.
We've talked about this before.
I know.
I don't think they could.
Why not?
I don't. It doesn't like how could they?
Well, it's not like boxing. You're not a self-promoter. You're an employee of the UFC.
You're not an employee of the UFC. It's incorrect. You're contracted with the UFC, but you are an individual person. You don't work for the UFC necessarily.
So, so Tom Brady is contracted with Tampa Bay Bucks, correct? But he's his own individual person. I don't understand the difference between the UFC and the NFL. They're one overarching.
It's a common misconception that fighters are employed by the company. They're not. They're self-employed. They will agree to fight for your promotion for X amount of fights, and then they can do what they want. And you can. I think you can burn any contract.
Between that and an NFL contract.
I think you can burn any contract you want. Do you think every fighter that's ever left has, I don't know the proper term, fought out their contract? I guarantee they have. They'd be like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I don't think you have to. I've watched a video on it. I'm probably doing a really bad job of explaining it, but I watched a video on how they're not employed by the UFC. It's not how it works. They've agreed to fight for your promotion, and this promotion will pay you this amount of money. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. You can just leave. Like, if you fight for us 5 times, we'll pay you X amount of dollars. Okay? But if I don't, you're not going to pay me, and I can just leave. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's how it works.
No,
and that's probably a bad way of explaining it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Someone smarter than me would have to look it up. But I'm pretty confident. Let's move on. Yeah,
we'll move on. Happy things. Wow. It finally happened. We waited all this time. And the count himself shared one of Gage's final outreaches. After outreaching to old Mr. Bisbing every single day, shouting him out on every podcast, he finally shared something of yours.
Dude, I don't know if it was
Driver MMA getting the repost on the count story this week.
Do you think that's what blew it up?
Yeah. What else would it have been?
I've never experienced anything like that in my life. That was I couldn't even open the app anymore.
First of all, we have to backtrack. The beginning of the day started with Josh Thompson actually reposting the clip I made of us talking about how handsome he is, which turned into the Weighing In podcast reposting it and putting it on their shit. The clip
and
of
Josh Thompson. Well, for one, he messaged me back and said thank you, and then he commented on our pictures and our videos. Yeah, and then he shared it. Yeah, he shared the meme I made, and so the Weighing In podcast showed the video that you made, which I put the video on IGTV. Josh Thompson and Weighing In podcast shared both that, and then I made a pretty hilarious meme, which is still my favorite meme of all time. When I had the idea in my head, I was like giggly about it. I'm like, this is golden. And then and then Josh Thompson shared that, commented on it, and so did the Weighing In podcast.
So that happened, and then the cherry.
We gotta talk about. Go ahead. We gotta talk about the Bisping one for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The cherry on top of your social media excellence this week.
Now I have a slight understanding of what it's like to have
Go viral.
a big page like actual celebrities or big time pages have. I don't think I could handle it. I couldn't handle that.
What do you mean? There were just so many notifications, bro. My phone was fucking dinging.
Dude, I would open the app.
Well, your
and,
problem is you have to keep looking at the likes. You wanted to see it. You wanted to see how well it was doing. So that was your own fault.
No, it started when I opened it up after work. It said like heart like 178. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it was all on that. And I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like scroll and I'm like, what? And I scroll back up and I refresh, and there's like 30 more in the 2 seconds. I'm like, what is happening here? And I'm like texting. I'm like, dude, like hundreds of people like this all at once. Obviously, I assume it's because Bisping shared it. And then, so I closed the app out. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. And I opened it up 5 minutes later, and there's another 100. I'm like, what is happening here? And all of them say like 17 seconds ago, 25 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago, 40 seconds. I'm like, I'm getting like 6 every minute. Like every 10 seconds, someone's liking this fucking picture for hours.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
You're like, Kimberly, come in here. Look where it's at now. Look where it's at.
Dude, I would sit there. I'd sit there and look at it, and I'm like, okay, I'll refresh it right now, and it'd be like 10 more. I'm like, it's been 2 seconds. What is happening? And so then I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna put it down. I'm gonna close out the app. I'm just gonna put it down, and I'd be like 10 minutes, and it's like 200. I'm like, oh my god, what is going on here? It was crazy. It ended up being almost 700, I think, but it was all in a span of a couple hours. I didn't know what to make of it. I couldn't. At some point I had to ignore it, and then at some point. So this is how crazy it got. It's that crazy guy, and this is just so I'm not like bragging. It's literally one picture. Like none of my other pictures do this. So it was one thing. So as I'm like scrolling, I'm like, wonder if anyone like like big time like verified accounts liked it, and like I couldn't even scroll that many times. I'm like, I will never know. Like I just can't know. I can't scroll through 700 names. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'll look through it for fun.
It was this one freak thing. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, the power of the count, bro. He unleashed a storm on you.
He did. It was very. It was just so, and it was crazy. It was almost a day after.
Yeah.
It was like 14 hours or more, probably like almost 20 hours after I posted it. You know, I had like a handful. I had like 20 or something like that. That's not true. I had like 80. I woke up with like 80, which was a lot. I'm like, damn, this is a big one. For my page, at least, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not for every page, obviously. For my page, that's a lot. And then all of a sudden, it's like hundreds. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And it must be just because he shared it. I don't know, but it was pretty wild.
How pumped were you when you saw he shared it?
Huh?
How pumped were you when you saw he shared it?
Surprised. Obviously happy, but surprised. That's my dude. That's my dude. Did you see his picture I got in the document?
Yeah.
I put that on there just for fun.
I knew. Yeah.
It's a pretty cool picture, though, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Pretty cool picture.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Anyways, dude, maybe you'll. But what makes you say, like, I don't think I could be a big page? You just would never look.
How could you? I guess, but that's a weird thing to. I don't know. I guess you could just not look, but.
When you know that's gonna happen, what do you think, dude? They must have notifications off. Like if you are like Michael Bisping when you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
They don't even have it on.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like they don't need to know.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
But how do they see the friend shit? Do you know what I'm saying?
What?
How do they see like their friend shit? They probably only follow a certain amount of people.
They only follow their friends. Yeah.
And so they still scroll like everyone else, but there's only like the shit they want to see.
When you're a verified Instagram person, you have way more. Like you can do all kinds of shit on your account.
I only want to see this.
You can set it to where you only see other verified people and like shit like that.
You're probably right.
So like if you're a verified person, then you can like customize your thing.
That makes sense. Sense. Well, I mean, unless you got something else, that's all I got.
No, man.
Talk about. Congrats to Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
What a performance.
Yeah. So we'll talk next week to see if God Mode called the biggest upset of all time.
Hopefully we have him
One
on.
of the biggest spreads ever in a championship fight.
Well, I think the biggest one ever,
UFC-wise.
the two biggest ever. I don't know. You could definitely look it up.
Yeah,
The two biggest ever. I can tell you. I think off the top of my head, I can tell you the two biggest ever. Probably the top three. The two biggest ever are. I don't know which one's first, which one's second. Don't even say it if you have it looked up because I can tell off the top of my head. It's Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey is one of them, and the next one is Matt Serra beating GSP. And I think the third one is Michael Bisping beating Luke Rockhold. Those got to be the top three in title fights.
Dude, they're showing me like. Yeah, so Rousey, Holly Holmes was number one. Holly Holmes was a plus 830 underdog. Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's number one then.
Yeah, she was a minus 1400 favorite.
Next has to be Matt Serra and GSP.
Yep, Sarah was plus 850. GSP was minus 1300.
Is next Bisping and Rockhold?
The next one is Smith versus Worthy, UFC 241.
That's not a title fight.
Yeah, I know. It's just odds in general.
Oh, look for title fights. You should be able to tell by just the names of the title fights.
Yeah.
Bisping and Rockhold has to be on there. Find another title fight before that. Bisping was like a plus 4 something, plus 5 something. I'm very surprised it's not way up there. I mean, there's obviously bigger upsets.
The list I'm looking at has like every MMA fight ever, so it has like Pride and shit.
Oh, that's dumb. I'm talking about UFC title fights. I think that's the next one. I don't know if you can find that, but I think Bisping was plus 400 or 500 something when he knocked out Rockhold.
Yeah, I believe
I'm pretty confident that's the third for title fight underdogs wins. I assume A, because Rockhold already beat him once, and B, took it on 2 weeks' notice. So, but you can never count out the count. Impossible. Did you see some asshole that commented on that fucking? A couple assholes commented on that Bisping picture. Did you see one of them?
No, I didn't look at. Dude, you guys.
I couldn't even respond. He said, "Go, haha, probably the worst UFC champion ever." I was like, "Oh God, I can't even comment back on this." So mean. I also don't think it's true, but I definitely don't think he's one of the best by any stretch. And I'm sure people have won titles that have been way worse fighters.
Yeah, Bisping was plus 555, 525.
That's huge. That's gotta be third. What was Sarah?
550.
So according to that, wasn't Bisping the bigger underdog? According to what you're looking at.
No, Bisping was plus 225. Sarah was
way is plus 225.
I said 525.
Oh, and Sarah was 550?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so neck and neck, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, well, we can wrap up on that.
All right.
You got anything else to say?
No, man. I hope you and Michael Bisping become friends and he keeps sharing your shit. I guess he technically liked your photo, right? Wow.
I mean, he didn't like it. If he did, that'd be cool. He just shared it. When you're that big deal, you don't have to like it.
You don't like fucking photos.
No. It's shit. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, in my head, we're already friends. I mean, he doesn't know who I am, but that's fine. Hey, you should listen to his interview with the Schmo, by the way.
The Schmo? Fuck that guy.
No, you'd like it. You would like it. He gets him to drop the Schmo act and explain himself. It's actually pretty cool. He explains how how he had regular journalism jobs for years after college, and no one gave him the time of day. And he's like, so I just fucking built this goofy character and
hey, I can't blame him. It worked.
It got him in, yeah. But he dropped his whole act. He used his regular name. He didn't talk in the goofy voice, and he was like, "Yeah, I created this guy to help maybe loosen things up, get fighters to express who they really are, and yada yada yada." And it worked. And he's also his girlfriend's that crazy Asian lady who does MMA journalism as well. It's like some Asian lady. I forget her name, but that's his girlfriend. But yeah, it was kind of cool actually because he was like, come on, do it for the Schmo, and then he was like, drop the Schmo act, let's hear from you, and like what's up with the Schmo thing, and he was like, all right, well, my name is so and so, and he was just a cool ass dude for real. Mm-hmm. But anyways,
clever.
Whatever. Yeah, it is what it is.
All right.
So I will talk to you next week, and hopefully we can win some money on this pay-per-view card, and hopefully God Mode does well. Hopefully we can talk to him next week. He did send us, just so everyone knows, these odds, or sorry, not odds, but these bot predictions could change. He sent us basically a rough draft. It wasn't a finished product. Assume they could still change. I don't know a whole lot about his bot. That's why we need to talk to him. Hopefully next week. And but he basically sent us like an early rough draft of it, so we could talk about it. So hopefully, I don't know, man. God Mode, I have to tell you, if you get that Felicia Spencer fight right, that would be crazy. And I'd be fine with it because I'm not betting on it. Because like I said,
Yeah, I'm not. It's not even worth.
It's not worth it either way.
Yeah,
in my opinion. It's not worth it because I really don't think Felicia Spencer wins. And why would you throw Amanda Nunes on your parlay to win an extra penny?
Yeah, it doesn't even help. Like just the risk of that.
Yeah. So if that happens, dude, we really need to talk to you about that. That's nuts. All right, man. Follow me on Instagram at Driver MMA, and everyone else, wash your fucking hands. And we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Peace out.